Wait, what? Is this working or am I losing my mind? Aha. It's on a different place now. Oh, what a disaster. Oh, what a mess. Oh, dear. Well, I guess maybe this will always be a reasonable thing to do, so whatever. Maybe if I go to manage, it'll work now? Let's see. Oh. Okay. Close. I think we're okay now, but I don't know. Let me see if it actually brings me to the right page here. Says I'm live. Aha, this one does not go to the right page though. So what should it be going to? Yeah, I don't know, man. At least you managed to find the stream, Alexander. Holy moly. So I have to actually link a real link, like a regular looking YouTube video link, in order for it to go to the actual page. Because otherwise, the old link only goes to some fucking dead page that I've never set up before. But at least Restream Chat shows up, so I can finally close all these other chats. I don't know if it shows up on stream. Let me check. We've got Restream Chat back, boys. Holy moly. Could you fucking believe it? So now I've got to have like a part 1 that's 40 minutes long of the old VOD because they're different fucking links now. Jesus Christ. What a mess. What is this? Oh, cool. I think my family's mouse is here. Alright, so now that we've tried to finish all this shit, there we are. I hope it's a permanent change so that I don't have to keep generating a new one. But I think it is, yeah. It's just a lot more annoying to do than just typing in like C live or whatever the thing is. It was like pernago slash or C slash pernago slash live. Or, I don't know. I don't remember what the old one was, but it was way fucking smaller than WEAXD Q7 3. Anyway, at least now the chat's on. Again, we fixed that issue. YouTube just throws us a fucking smack in the head every now and then, and we have to suck it up, unfortunately. I need a better mousepad, dude. This one sucks. It has this, like, trim around the end, which I assume is to stop it from tearing or something. There's probably some actual utility to it, but the mousepad is so small. I can't imagine anybody being able to make use of this small-ass mousepad. Alright, looks like that's it for now. I just wanted to add that for my own reference. Really? I guess I could try using without a mousepad, but... No, I don't think so. It's because, like, my desk is not 100% smooth. There's, like, all these ridges. Oh, maybe it's fine, actually. But there's... I don't know. I'll look into doing that later. I might have to, like, polish it off or use sandpaper or something. I don't know. Cullen equipment, by the way. All right. Let's finally refocus, re-engage, reload. What's up, Veeq? We fixed restream after like 15 minutes of fucking around. I work today, so I can't really, I can't afford to stream for a million years, unfortunately. But I've already made all of the tech tree changes for building requirements, I think. And... Okay. Wait, what did you get U'd or something? Oh, did I think I have a command where Nightbot use you in the chat or something like that. If anybody who writes you within a certain amount of time, but it doesn't get shown on Restream. I have Restream ignore the bots. All right. Let's close this for now. So Iceware is almost done with the sound effects extender, it sounds like. Pretty fucking awesome. TBH. That will allow me to implement some custom sound effects for, like, immediately implement some custom sound effects that I've already selected for a few things. Oh yeah, and then I have to fix the... There's a few, like, small things that I wanted to fix. Oh, this is actually in tech data, though. Yeah. Well, we actually could do that already if we had the projectiles lying around to replace stuff. Like, giving Hellfire Missile Pack a different visual read, like, visibly different than Longbolt Missile and Lockdown Missile, although Lockdown Missile's gone anyway soon. So that's... I wouldn't bother editing that. But... For sure, man. Is there no tech tempo change? This will cause an issue otherwise. Tempo change is 36. Where are we? Oh, here we go. All right. So fix that. Yeah. Arbiter uses the Dragoon projectile. The photon cannon projectile is technically different, but it's really hard to see that it's visually different. I really like the idea of making it into a beam attack when we have beam support, either in this engine or in the other engine. So, Veeq, are you feeling epic today? Oh, hey, we have this we can get rid of, actually. I say we get rid of this one. For meme level, I am tempted to name the new hallucination psionic migraine or psionic headache. There's like some, I think it was whatever the campaign is where there's a hero drone or something. Oh, it was one of the Vision of the Future campaigns. I think it was the second one. Where some guy's like, oh, I'm surrounded. Here, psionic migraine or something. Just like, that's such a fucking stupid thing. Like, pulls some Goku move out of his ass to hurt the guy. Blows an observer up on his head. Because that's what passed for special effects. Holy moly. M. Yeah, so our first objective is to move Hydra into the new engine, get everything taken care of in that respect. But we'll also be reevaluating some stuff. Like Veeq and I were having a long and probably too late in the evening conversation about mechanical things that we would do, like unlimiting unit selection and like basically the philosophy by which we would be making UI changes. Where basically we want to have features as opposed to automation. So like smart rally is automation, smart casting is automation, but unit selection limits, those are not that. There's nothing that you automate by making it unlimited, right? Because you still have to select every unit that you're going to select. It just allows the player to select all the units that they would have selected otherwise. It's not like we're adding the F2 button in StarCraft 2 that selects your whole army. That's automating because and Red Alert 2 had the same thing. Nowhere in the game would you be able to select literally every combat unit that you have. And also, not only combat unit, but like not just select every unit that you have, including workers. Nobody would want to do that. But so it's like automating, okay, select every unit on the map except for certain units. Like that's a huge amount of automation. Just like smart casting is a huge amount of automation. I don't think there should be a limitation on that. So that's where like we were basically having a pretty lengthy conversation about what kinds of UI changes we would be making. And I was also trying to hammer home the point that the fact that you are limited in selection in Brood War is not just a UI limitation, it's also a balancing maneuver. Like, certain things are now less or more viable because of the selection limit. And it informs how you actually balance for the game. So, like, Zerglings, especially with all of their upgrades, are super powerful units, but you can only select 12 out of them at a time, and they have less value than most other units individually. So you have to be able to swarm enemies, and you're necessarily going to have less opportunity to micro them, right? Because of the fact that you have a very limited selection limit. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it actually breeds casual players. Whereas, like, if you have unlimited selection, like the Oblivion hack or whatever in old Brood War, I used to use the Oblivion hack all the time. If you had unlimited selection, you would still be punished if you didn't have good unit control. It doesn't stop you from having, like, it opens up more opportunities for you to micro in the middle of fights, because all you have to do is, like, control group 1, 2, 3 for whatever your unit compositions are. Like, all my Zealots are on 1, all my Dragoons are on 2, all my High Templar are on 3, whatever the case may be. And then you just move them in, and then you start your microing. That actually opens up opportunities for you to express your skill, right? Because, like, the skill expression is now you fighting the enemy instead of fighting the UI. And that's the core distinction there. And that's one of the main arguments that I would make in favor of removing the selection limit. It's just that in Brood War, there's so many limitations on that on a UI and code-based level, on top of the fact that the design of the game would completely change. The balance of the game would completely change. So, as a result of this, we're going to have to reimagine a lot of unit stats. We're going to have to reimagine a lot of how melee attacks even work, for example, potentially, anyway. We're going to have to decide, should melee be guaranteed hit? Or should it be some sort of, like, damage field that comes into contact with the target, but the target can dodge it, or something? Like, should that be something that happens? Like, should it be more like the Gorgoleth, where as a result of it being AoE, you can actually take less damage if you step away from the unit? Like, should there be some sort of positional thing there where it's not really a splash damage thing, because we're talking about just single target, but should you be able to, say, attack with a Zealot from farther ranges that you can right now, but the target only takes maximum damage if they're right there? You know, like, that rewards positioning. It allows you to kite units, like, and then we could if that was. It's basically like saying that you're making it so that there's less 100% guarantee, or less of a guarantee that you're going to get a certain amount of guaranteed value from the unit just by attack moving and not microing at all. Like, there's more potential for outplaying it. And that also gives us more potential to express skill on the account of both players that are involved. But it helps the fact that the unit is now able to be selected along with, like, hundreds of other Zealots. You could literally add however many Zealots you want or whatever, and you can attack move with however many you want that you have selected, right? So that's one of those cases where it's like Zerglings and Zealots with max selection, with unlimited selection, would be really, really different units, basically. Like, they would function differently because you could micro them a lot better on a smaller individual scale. You could just have more of, like, you spend way less APM actually ordering them to attack. Like, that is actually gating their power in the hands of a human. And I think another side effect that's not really like a driving force for the idea for the change, but a side effect of this is that we end up with a modification on the system, the core system, where now AI and players are a little bit closer in terms of the tool sets they're using, because AI does not have a selection limit in Brood War, obviously. It does, as far as I understand, they don't have a selection limit in literally any game. So that's one of those cases where I think it's actually a really good change. Like, it's a side effect. Again, it's incidental. It's not purposeful. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I want to do this because of that reason. But thinking about it now, it made me think about that. So. Right, yeah. So we don't want any random shit. That's why I think maybe making it so that they take slightly reduced, like, maybe it is still a guaranteed hit for melee, but you take reduced damage if you're at their maximum attack range, or if you're moving back as the attack hits, you're actually like, the Zealot actually deals 2 attacks, so maybe its first attack does deal full damage or something closer to full damage, because it's like a scaling percentile slider down to 75% damage or 50% damage, but the second attack deals less because you're further away. Something like that would allow you to actually benefit from microing against units that otherwise their only limiting factor in terms of how easily they can swarm you is I guess besides the fact that they need to have numbers to swarm you, but aside from that, like, oh, now we're in a position where we can just attack move hundreds of these units at a time. So yeah, there needs to be some mitigating factor there, and I think that would be a simple and intuitive way. I guess the issue is knowing for sure how much damage you're going to do or how much damage you're going to take becomes a bit more related to overhead with percentages. So maybe it should just be a binary thing that if you're at max range, you're guaranteed to deal 100% damage, or like minimum range rather. So if you're like at any point, if the unit is like has moved away by the time your animation has started, you're only dealing a reduced amount of damage. I don't know. I'm not sure how it should work. Now, it wouldn't. It should definitely not be a ranged thing for projectiles because projectiles have a completely different association with them. But that is another thing. We're going to have to probably have a lot more interplay around projectiles themselves. Like a lot more projectiles are going to have to detonate on the first target they hit on. A lot more projectiles are going to have to be targetable and be able to be destroyed if for like late game stuff or very powerful things, like basically like the Scarab is. And a lot more things as well are going to need to be like fire and forget with AoE, similar to the Paladin, but you can dodge them basically. Yes, second attack is always hitting 100% of the time the first one lands in current Brood War. But yeah, the issue with any sort of percentage on damage is that it's harder to know. Like if it's binary in that I either miss or I don't, it's like a lot easier to know it as a player like what's going on. But if it's a percentage thing, it's a huge amount of overhead. Like either I take no damage or I take full damage versus either I take full damage or I take some reduced amount of damage, and it's hard for me to do the math mentally for every single unit and every single unit plus upgrades and all that shit. So yeah, it's definitely a little rough. Uh, 32 is something else. The problem with that method is not that I disagree with it in practice. The problem is most units that are melee do not deal do not have 2 attacks. I mean, it's definitely something that we can play with, but I don't know if it would be something that... It wouldn't be a comprehensive solution. Like Zerglings, for example, don't have 2 attacks. All this just so that I can jump to 36. And I have to change the icon to 374 for now. Oh, I see. This is actually going to be Nanite field. Which means in here, I've got to list this as 29. I actually did the Terran NGS tech update over here. Oh, this must be resource multiplier. Okay. So this is armory. All right, some pretty epic updates thus far. All right, I think we've got that stuff taken care of. Was there anything else related to this giant update I'm doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, wait. God damn it. Dummy. Oh. That's not what I wanted at all. All right, well, I'm going to need to start hunting down everything in here that I've just moved around. So for fleet beacon, we'll say... All right. Oh, I just realized we don't have an opcode for level 4 specifically. We're probably going to have to hard code some button set shit in there then. Well, anyway, that was easy to do. So definitely I'm going to need to edit this stuff. So we're going to look at dry dock. All right, that's pretty cool. All right. So we have all this. Yeah, that's marine. Okay. Oh, I guess I should actually add the is not lifted off thing there. And then research tech for Maelstrom has to be communities. Okay, so we've done all that. Savoyard is now just that for now. That'll change eventually. Took care of all that. Oh. We never finished adding the spider mine icon. God damn it. Or wait, did we? Oh wait, I think I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't move them down. I'm a dummy. That's all. Well, I think we have our winner here. Don't think there's anything that I have to change now. Let me see. Let me run through this list again. One sec. Oh, that's right. That was something that I had to do. Oh, look, I even did this already for Terrans somehow. For the infantry, I mean. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think the new Savant changes are much better, but there's probably going to have to be a delay on the ability effects or something because it's pretty far-reaching consequences. But I guess it depends on the cast range. Clarion Exemplar. Bing, bing, bong. It's based off of the Jared Dugall unit right now. So Jared Dugall's the weapons linked to Jared Dugall's unit are the madrigals, and obviously Dugall doesn't have any shields. But I can quickly patch in some changes. Oh wait, I don't know if I can put 0 as hit point value. Will it just die as soon as it as soon as it vanishes, or? Oh, wow, that was pretty embarrassing. Wait, what? How did I manage to do that? I was trying to go in here. What a mess. All right, set up the unit. Well, some of it anyway. I think this is, oh, this, wait, hold on. It looks like this unit is actually used by something, but I'm not sure what it would be. All right, we'll use 75. I actually really like that idea. The more I think about it, Alexander, hit detection for something like a. Basically, you. Honestly, you could make animations themselves have huge gameplay consequences if you did something like that, because you could have a zealot, like say the zealot by itself attacks normally, but then the legionnaire might swing the blade instead of stabbing it, like instead of thrusting, it could be a swing or something, and that could just that alone could change it. I think it would probably be the inverse, where the stabbing is the legionnaire, the thrusting is the legionnaire, and the zealot is swinging, which I guess it wouldn't look like the stupid animation in StarCraft 2 because it looks like they just fucking flail instead of doing anything, but yeah, I think that would be really good. Right, yeah, the claws themselves would be the weapon. Because then if you just move away, you don't get hit. I think that's way more intuitive. And that I guess hit detection is the natural method for something like that too. I just didn't think about it because I wasn't thinking about. I was thinking it too much in RTS terms. I wasn't really thinking about other genres. I'm sure people have tried that in RTS, but I was not aware. Yeah, because of, like the backswing or whatever. There's like a point of no return in the animation where it's guaranteed to hit, but yeah, I actually really like that idea. I'll add that to my little notes here at the bottom. Because hit detection for ranged attacks, in a way, is kind of like what I'm implementing, where it's like the bullet hell or shoot 'em up style projectile detection for a lot of things, where units can walk in front of a missile to intercept it. There would be some projectiles that would arc up into the ground, like up and down. So, like the paladin would arc up and down. So it wouldn't be like it would actually be impacting at the target site instead of the getting absorbed by a unit. But maybe those could be absorbed by air units that are stationed over it. So you could actually provide cover to your units that way. Like building a consistent system around that stuff is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, for whatever reason, every time somebody says hit scan in RTS context or StarCraft context, Veeq is like, actually? Speaking of Veeq, maybe you want to hop on a call in a sec, Veeq? Veeqy boy? I gotta use the bathroom, so I will return in a moment, and when I do, we will continue the fucking train that we're on. I don't know what we're doing, so BRB. Have you tried refreshing the page, Alexander? Because I had to set it up afterwards. I don't know if you had already found the stream by the time I had set it up, or maybe it got maybe Restream refreshed the page, if you know what I mean. Powered by Restream, by the way. What is this? Some kind of sponsorship deal? Really? Let us take a look. Yeah, so it is. It's very strange. If I go to edit video, let's see what pops up here. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't hit the save button. Yeah, I was looking for a thumbnail and I forgot to hit save. That's pretty goofy. Should be there now if you refresh. Here, I'll throw a thumbnail in there too. Did I also implement the stats for... Oh, I'll check that later. Nice. Good to hear. So we got to do some more stuff for the data requirements, I'm pretty sure. I don't imagine we are done yet. So... You know, another really funny thing is that currently if you try to what's it called? Try to build a quarry, because I can't actually, it doesn't actually load the specified coordinates for the add-on position. It builds it at 0, 0. So of an offset of 0, 0. I wonder if this stuff is actually listed somewhere in its unit stat thing, because then I could throw it in like game hooks or something, but it would probably be better to put it in like building making. I actually wonder if, is there like a building add-on? There's building Terran, but oh, there's a building add-on in here. Yeah, Terran build self. Let's see. Do we have some sort of thing related to the offset of the add-on itself? No, it doesn't look like it. Go to build, not yet existing building. Okay, yeah, there's nothing in here. But like I said earlier, maybe in game hooks I can somehow reference this junk. Oh. Yeah, I remember you linking it and it looked really bad, but that is pretty insane if they just decided to do that. It's, all right. Aha, there is an add-on placement. .x. So I guess what we'll do is Yeah, the issue with well, not really the issue with Homeworld, but like it's one of those. It's a 3D RTS. I haven't looked into it myself though, so I don't really know. Are any sounds, are any extended sound or any sounds period actually played before frame 0? Like on initialize? Like if you have a tank that starts in siege mode and you start the game, does it play that sound? I think there's like a frame delay in iScript or something. Even, like, I think even if you have like single frame hypers and you run a trigger for something like playing sound, like always being the condition, I think even that is at frame 1 or something at the earliest. I would be surprised if it was even that quick, but I don't know. TBH. So I don't actually think that this will work, but maybe. I don't think this will work for its placement, but... Yeah, what menu sounds are played, though? Oh, you mean like sounds in... okay, I know what you mean. So extended sounds would only be compatible with in-game. They wouldn't be compatible with the menu. I don't think that's terrible. Obviously, it's somewhat limiting, but... that maybe that could be like a placeholder fix, and you could look into a better approach if one comes up later on or something. Oh. Yeah, no kidding. What is the future station's ID? So that did not work. So I think I would have to get like... I would probably have to replace this with like... So what actually is... Oh. So I guess it would be build queue slot. No, that's not it either. That's an index. So I can check for its add-on, but I can't check for what the structure's build thing is building. Oh. Current build unit, but it's tied to secondary order, so that's not it either. What the fuck do I do here? I need to reference the unit that I'm actually trying to modify. I'm pretty sure. Holy Visual Studio. Yeah, on a technicality, Hierophant has that. Sounds good to me, although I think they've already been pretty good at seeking stuff, so they might be overzealous if we add stuff to them. It's not really about it being too good. It would basically I'm worried about it behaving like a Goliath, where they just charge off at the nearest target like dummies. Dude, I have so much shit to do, holy moly. I like how I didn't bother putting a cost in here. Hmm. So many small tweaks that have to be made here. Hi.
Hi.
What's up? Dude, this fucking changed
Everyone's
log is
out of
enormous.
Yep. I added the cast range, and I hopefully resolved the issue that Iker was describing.
Did you also end up doing that weapon ID thing?
Yep.
So this whole thing, besides the last part, the remove random mischance part?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll just go ahead and delete that. Okay, so they do not reference this function anywhere, which is unfortunate. Or this variable, I guess. That seems very wrong. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here with... Oh, and create starting building is used, okay. I'm trying to figure out how to fix the feature station issue. Okay, what kind of prank is this anyway? Some sort of initialize image data thing? Wait, maybe this isn't the right one. Oh.
So when siege tank kills a vulture that is also attacking that siege tank, The game crashes. I have no clue why.
No null check in something, probably.
I guess. But it's not apparent in other units, so it's weird. That's because Vulture is a missile unit, I guess.
A flingy unit, you mean?
I mean, it attacks with missiles, so probably the armor has no check.
Oh shit! We have a hook for command receive place building add-on. Oh man, I got so excited. Well, this is quickly turning into a dead end, I think. Only 5 functions in the whole game that handle this, isn't
Yeah, I fixed the null checks, so the crash, I mean. So, what else do we have on the to-do list?
Well, we had to finalize the height changes. It sounds like you've done that. Cast range also works, you said, so that's good.
Yep.
So I wanted to implement the treasury, which is going to have a, I think, 7 range or 8 range debuff, or not really a debuff, but like within all structures that generate supply within 7 or 8 range of the treasury. will add +1 supply, or we'll get +1 extra supply provided. So there's not really much else that's custom about it per se, but destroyed. Destroyed. So I was just saying that the treasury is going to have a high range area thing that adds +1 supply provided for all supply structures, be it command center or depot.
Does it stack?
Yes, it can stack.
Oh.
But the treasury is a pretty big structure, so.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask. And what's the range?
I was thinking 7 or 8 range, which is either 224 pixels or 256 pixels. So if you wanted to work on that, that would be feasible.
Do we already have the pylon changes?
No. So you could also work on that if you wanted.
Okay.
You'd probably get like a. You can look in the unit speed function that tells you where the overlord thing is set up. You can look at that and see how iCore did the layer count and hive count thing, and you basically use the same method to get nexus counts. I don't know where you would. I guess you'd put that in update unit state or game hooks or something. I guess game hooks would probably be the best place for the supply thing. What's up, Mutas Dozen? What's up, Enaz? I don't know what comment it was, but yeah, YouTube is a great service. They never randomly delete comments for no reason. I can't even see it on my end either, so. Unless it was a long time ago. No. Sorry about that. All right. I don't even know where I would put this. I guess building Terran or something?
I don't think I can actually update supply provided individually, so that's a problem.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Hmm.
Oh, and neither I can like individually per player, so that sucks.
Wow. We're gonna have to create like an array of information, I guess. Take a look at this function in the IDA again. What is this?
So what was the AoE for treasury?
Like I said, either 7 or 8. We can start with 8. Does paint.net work for making / editing sprites? You can use it. I use Photoshop. There's actually a link to it on my website if you go to the modding starter guide for the tools. I think I linked that earlier. I think it also is blacklisting you because of a link. YouTube does that automatically, unfortunately. Although I think if I should be able to like authorize you or something. There's some stupid Orwellian term. Let's see. No, never mind. How do I? There's some way for me to mess around with that, but I don't actually know how to do that. I think I know I can do it if you leave a comment, but oh, maybe I can just do it if I add your name to the. Whatever it's called. There's like a community section or something. Settings. Community. Oh, it has to be a channel URL.
Should treasury also affect allied units? I guess not, but
Yeah, should. That's fine.
okay.
All right. I should have been able to. I just fixed it, I think. So you should be able to send links now. Hopefully that fixes it anyway. All right, looks like that's not actually defined. What a lovely and very readable function. What a mess. Okay, well. That is really weird. Where the hell just was I? Update. Okay. I think this is also, unfortunately, unrelated, though. Why? Oh, this is actually a byte. This is a bool. Oh, wait, what? I guess it's U32 for some reason. Okay. Wait, didn't I just define this? Base building base type. That's also an int. Oh, wait, was unit type actually? No, it was supposed to be a U16. That's weird. Oh. That's weird. That is very strange. Okay. I don't. It seems like they just inlined this function for some reason. I guess I have to convert this whole thing to int, actually. No, can't do that either. God damn it. I have no idea how to fix that then. All right, Veeq, do you have any idea how to cast this shit correctly? Because I don't.
Cast what?
I have a 0.16 that I'm trying to divide by an int. I can't cast either to int or 0.16, so like I can't interchange that.
I can actually cast int to 0.16 and vice versa.
Well, it says no suitable constructor exists, so.
Yeah, but you have to use type tuning. One sec. Yes, that should work. Or you can do it vice versa.
Unrecognized token.
Oh,
Expression
don't
must be an
have the backslash. I used it because Discord is dumb.
I don't see it bold, so. Expression must be an L value or a function designator.
Because you're... You have to have the 32 specified as a variable if you want to use that. You know what? Just try dividing both x and y by 32 or something. I don't know.
What? Why doesn't this work?
I don't know.
Maybe I have to cast the other one to int instead.
Yeah, you can try that. But I'm not sure if that's even the correct thing to do here. I guess.
U32 is incompatible with int, by the way. What is my life? Why did I have to do that? Well, I don't know if that will actually work. I assume not. Anyway, I don't even think I don't even think this function actually does anything because it's referencing active portrait unit, and that is a player-only thing, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think that works for AI. If I disable the jump patch, will that stop the hook from actually taking into effect? I don't remember what the...
I think so.
Oh, okay.
So I pushed the code for pylons and treasury, but we will still have to implement the function that actually changes the supply provided for the unit. So I guess that's that icon could do.
Perhaps. Well, I did that. So there's that. I guess it might be a little OP if you just send all of your overlords to the enemy's treasury, or to your ally's treasury, but...
I only made it work for supply depots.
Yeah, I'm talking about when we actually implement the whole thing, conceptually speaking. But I guess then you got to make sure to defend them, so maybe it's...
I'm not sure about if that's a very
If that's what?
consistent thing, because Zergs have Overlord upgrades and Protoss have Pylon Nexus synergy, so only Terran can actually affect allies with this.
Yeah.
I feel very inconsistent.
Why?
Maybe if it would work only on supply depots.
Well, that's even less consistent, so... Most things that have auras, I mean, I think everything that has an aura in the game is ally affecting. Cloak Field now affects
Yeah, but
allies.
it should, I think, only affect the sim race buildings. Like only affect supply depots.
Yeah, it's pretty lame though. You also have to make it affect command centers.
Right. I don't know, I feel like it would be very overpowered if it would affect everything.
iCore says it shouldn't be too difficult to make the hook or make the function set supply provided.
Cool.
He also has a hook for showing custom supply count on the status screen, so when the unit is selected, it would show what it actually provides. Maybe we could even just append a +1 or something, or plus whatever the value is. I imagine somebody surrounding a single depot with like 10 million fucking treasuries, seeing how far it can go. What can we even do now? Let me take a look at the to-do.
I'll make it work for every unit that has any supply provided by default.
I don't remember if I made a Quantum Institute shadow. No, doesn't look like it. Whoa. Something happened here, and it was not good. Why is it not letting me? Oh. Never mind. Wait, what? Yeah, that's gonna need to be fixed. I wonder how that happened. Maybe it was the recolor? Wow, so we have 40. Huh. We need to do 84. I think that'll do it because then we're at 256. Wow, that's scraping by the skin of our fucking teeth, but that works. Oh my goodness. What a hook. No, it's fine.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you actually are cooking the function call?
Unfortunately.
I will implement the set supply provided then.
All right. Well, I think I've gone as far as I can with this in particular. Shit. Didn't think about that one, did I?
You should actually remove the apostrophe in Veeq4.
Ah, ampersand. That's what it was.
Ah, right.
So why is this complaining?
I think you have to actually declare Veeq4 as int to use the binary operator.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, then I can't do this, so don't think that fixes anything.
Group flag is actually an enumeration, so it should work.
Nope. A non-static member reference must be relative to a specific object.
Okay, send the hook. I will try to.
No, I'll just finish everything else first.
Okay.
I guess I should have done this before anyway, but...
We only actually need a wrapper for the supply provided functions.
I'm not doing anything related to supply provided, so...
The increment unit scars is related to it.
This is an array, so... How were the other ones done? I forget. Why did Visual Studio just fuck up my whole formatting for no reason? I don't see any actual array anywhere. TBH. Oh, there is race supply, but it doesn't look like it's very specific. So it doesn't look like I actually have to specify it in any capacity as an array. Alright, I'm almost done plugging in all the definitions real quick. This should already be in here somewhere. Oh, I guess not. It looks like there's also some problem with the setup for some of the like completed units count or whatever. Completed unit counts rather. Let me take a look in unit speed because it's done there. Oh. Never mind, it's using something different. Unit count table. I know I ran into this problem before when I was doing some sort of hook, so... Amazing. All right, well, I'll send you this now. I haven't done the wrapper for it yet, so do that now. Oh boy. I guess I should reopen the IDA actually, because I gotta take a look at that function again. So we have unit is EDI. Does this have a register? No. Okay. What is this anyway? All right, I pushed the wrapper. I'll be right back again because I gotta use the bathroom. Wait, is this fine? No, it looks fucked.
So actually, Anchor has the same hook written in ICE, so I don't know. Maybe we should use that or disable the ICE one. I don't know.
Well, I think it's harder to manipulate an A's, but
Yeah, I think so, but hopefully the GPTP one actually works.
well, it's not a very complicated. It's not a complicated function, so. Oh shit! Hmm. So I guess you weren't successful with your casting fixes or whatever? Veeq man?
Huh?
You weren't successful with the casting fixes to the hook, or what?
I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. Well, that will fix. I'll maybe fix that. Think I need to redo the whole thing though. This is the Quantum Institute. Or it will be.
Is the group flag struct actually something that was in GPTP?
Yeah, I didn't add it, so.
Okay.
Alright, that should work.
Okay, I fixed the enum, but there are some other conflicts here.
So minus 45 and down 7 apparently is what I need to do here.
So the thing I have problems with is completed unit count. Do you maybe know what that is?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I used that, but when I searched for it, does Visual Studio Search ignore commented things or something?
I don't think it does.
Well, the only cases where I could actually see completed unit counts being used was in that file and in the SEBW enum. So maybe you can find a case where it's being used that I didn't find somehow.
Oh, so you're actually supposed to have that. Something like that. Because the completed unit something is actually the same as a unit count table.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured there was something stupid like that happening. All right, so you can fix that on your end then, and that'll be it.
Yep.
I need to fix the actual graphic for this, but we've got that much at least. Let me take a look at the... Let's see here. Alright, I got the damage overlay done. Oh.
Is that a fucking crow? Ah!
Gorian2222. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Rather involved working animation, but that's fine. Okay. Alrighty then. So I think we have this unit pretty much set up, but I do need to redo the actual processing of it. I'm going to quickly take a look at the original graphic and see if I can figure out why it's messed up. Because I'm thinking that somewhere in the conversion process we botched something. There's nothing wrong with that one. But there is something wrong with that. So this is the uncolored one. Okay, so it was something with the recolor that added a bunch of unfortunate extras. So we go back to here. I want to say that's good, but I don't honestly know. Yeah, it should be increment unit scores.
Yeah, I was wondering why is it crashing.
I don't actually know how double ups work in that context. I would imagine that they just wouldn't do anything, but...
Yeah, but the address is incorrect, so it overrode
Oh, I see.
different
Yeah.
function.
That makes sense.
Still crashes though.
Ask iQuare if the number of NOPs is correct. I still don't know how to actually tell that. And Voyager told me to not bother because it's not needed. And then iQuare told me it is needed, so... I don't know who to believe.
Or maybe it crashes because ACE is still modifying that hook. I guess.
You could try removing A's from the exe and see what happens.
Still crashes.
Like without A's, you mean?
Yep. While I commented out the jump patch, everything works, so that's exactly the reason for crashes. I guess I tried different knobs. Shouldn't the move order be inverted?
I've sampled all of the other existing ones, so I don't think so.
I don't know then. Oh, I even have a crash that has a null pointer in it. Weird. So it looks like the actual wrapper is crashing because I even tried to return the function immediately after it's called, and it still crashed. So I don't know.
So what do you recommend?
I'm out of ideas, so
No, DF said he's gonna make a sprite later, but probably not gonna happen anytime soon if I had to guess. Well, I guess just comment it out right now, leave it disabled, and we'll have to figure out why it's doing that later. Or you can try to use the A's function instead, but...
it looks like the SM instructions are actually crashing, because if I comment out the call itself, it still crashes.
I guess I should close this. Remember the ID for the quantum. 1, 2, 3, okay. Alright, now I gotta set up the Flingy and sprite entry for it. Oh, and then I need the data override or whatever it is.
Ultimate tag.
Hell yeah, brother. Wait, what happened to all the other... Oh. Oh, I guess there is no string for that. Hold on.
So at least the Terran ultimate tag.
Right now, it's just a bunch of upgrades that require it. What's up, Don? You're not supposed to be losing anything. If you pull and then you push, it should merge automatically. If there's a merge conflict because you're editing the same files, you should be able to resolve it manually or just by overriding the changes. Yeah, I edit all the stuff in the Git directory as well. Oh, unless he's saying that he rewrites it in a different directory and then pastes it in. There's going to be a ton of incorrect strings, like requirement strings or whatever after this patch, man. So I don't think I can actually send the patch out today before I go to work. But I'll at least patch the working directory. What am I testing anyway? Oh yeah, the Quantum Institute.
Orders, Captain? Roger that.
Oh. It should be bigger.
Job's finished. Reporting for duty. I read you.
I think it's using the wrong iScript entry. This it has 432. Yeah, no wonder. I knew I would have forgotten something. What? You?
I read you. Roger that. Job's finished. Affirmative. Yes, sir?
I don't know how that giant green stripe got there. That seems a little odd. I'm pretty sure I masked that out in the PSD file. Oh, I see. I also noticed that it looks like the shadow is wrong. Or at least for whatever reason it wasn't actually displaying the... It didn't look like it was displaying the shadow anyway. But I don't know what that might mean. Man, it would be so much easier if I could you actually use PyGRP. I can't believe Poikert just left this program in complete disuse.
I read you. Orders received.
Yeah, it's not actually playing the Ray Shadow here for some reason. Which is really weird.
Job finished.
Don't be too upset, Ike.
Roger that.
Alright, well. As buggy as that part of it is, I guess it's implemented. I'll go ahead and implement the, I told you earlier, like, several times that DF has to make it, and he hasn't made it yet. So no, there is no sprite for the ion cannon. Hammer, fall, shells.
So how are the texture changes going? Did you implement all of them already? The tier 1 buildings, I mean.
Yeah. Should be good.
Cool.
Of course, the AI is completely busted now, I'm sure. Well, not really. Not necessarily busted. I mean, they are going to request, like, armories before factories, which is a problem.
Right.
Yeah, there's tons of static defense structures that we could pull from 5 nations, but none of them look like an ion cannon in my money. For my money. Oh yeah, I should check out the... Overlord. Did I not save the changes? Or has my worst fear come true and the EXE is even more fucked up somehow? Because now it's accurate here between the two, whereas like so it's not accurate there for some reason, but it becomes accurate later on. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, dude. Do we lose an ID again? I love that it like randomly adds characters to names too. That's probably what caused the issue in the first place. I've got no clue why it would happen like that. So yeah, suffice it to say that I have no idea why or how this is. Okay. At any rate. Oh yeah, I have to make a fucking Overlord move to cocoon thing. Oh, seems to work. Check me out, dude.
Wow, that's cool. What if you load like 16 Zerglings or something?
Also a possibility.
But will the UI work properly? Or?
I read you.
I have no idea. That's not anything that I did. That's just default behavior.
Job's finished.
Yeah. So it works now, but I have to offset it even more for some entries. Like, what the fuck? At what point is it too much, man? Doesn't look like it. Wait, did they? Oh. I have 12 Zerglings in here?
How they disappeared? Yeah, that makes sense actually, because you can only have, like, the array probably is 12 units long.
Wow. So you just lose units, they just fucking vanish?
That's epic.
They don't die, so I still own them, supply-wise.
That's even more epic.
Well, they get removed from the unit counter, but not from my supply, so that's pretty cool. Maybe my supply will update if I lose units. Nope. That's pretty
Reporting for duty.
pretty epic. Oh, we made a little bit of progress. Unfortunately, that's gonna have to do it for me. I would love to sit here and work for another 69 hours, but I actually cannot because I have to go to work for money. So I will push my changes to here. And that'll be it. I'll write it down, Iquare. Probably work on it tomorrow or this evening when I get home. We'll see. Or Veeq. Depends on what happens. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for dealing with the YouTube insanity that I was able to seemingly fix. Hopefully forever. And thanks to Veeq and I for helping out today with some stuff. We still got some exciting changes. We didn't manage to make it at the end of the stream. I might be pushing a patch very late tonight, depending on how things go. But more than likely, we'll still be working at it tomorrow. Hopefully in time for Fraud Night, we'll have some pretty significant changes, so stay tuned. And hopefully no desyncs this time, but no promise.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.